What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are staying safe and you've been doing well since the last time I posted. It's a beautiful day out right now, so I figured I'd film this video outside because I like to be able to film outside when I can here. Now today I wanted to talk about Shiloh Hendrix. Now most of you watching this video already know who I'm talking about. You already know the incident and the situation that I will be referencing. For those of you that don't know or just need a refresher on what happened, let me walk you through what happened and then I'll take it from there, okay? So in August of 2025, so August of last year, she is in Minnesota. She's in Minnesota somewhere. She goes to a park with her young child, and at some point there is an 8-year-old autistic child that ends up stealing what most people said was like an applesauce container out of her bag. Now I want to take a second right here to say, like, what she said was wrong, what she said was bad, it was rude, it was racist. She should not have said it. I'm going to start off full stop right there by saying, look, I do not agree with what she said at all, but she said what she said in this incident. She very much overreacts to this child taking from her bag, but it stops there. She gathers up her stuff, she gathers up her kids, and then she's in the middle of leaving when this bystander pulls out their phone, starts following her, basically daring her to say again what she said off camera the first time. She says it, she leaves, she goes about doing whatever the heck else she was doing that day. Now 4 months later is when she initially gets charged. She gets charged with both disorderly conduct regarding the child and another disorderly conduct charge in relation to the video itself. Now fast forward to almost a year later, so just recently she was found not guilty of the charge relating to the child, basically what happened off camera, but she was convicted in relation to what happened on camera, her repeating what she said to this bystander. Now there's a difference here I want to talk about here, and I want to talk about my thoughts and my feelings. I'm just glancing at my notes. There's a difference, morality versus government interference. There's a difference between the social consequences of saying what you said was wrong, what you said was racist. We want to make sure the whole world knows what you said and how you reacted in that moment, so the whole world knows what kind of person you are when it comes down to it. That's one thing. But there's a big difference between saying that and saying the government should put you in a cage for non-violent speech. Those are two very different things. And I agree with the concept of, like I already said, what she said was wrong, what she said was racist. I agree with sharing that video online because she said what she said. Although she was baited into saying it again, that's a whole different thing, but we'll get to that. But that's one thing. Social consequences are one thing. There's a big difference between saying that and saying you should be put in jail for that. Now the next thing I want to talk about here is the line that you have to draw here between just regular speech and saying, hey, we want to share this video or do that sort of stuff, and saying that government should lock you up for this speech. The only exception to this speech thing is when there is an active threat against your life, or you're actively threatening someone else's life, excuse me. The only time the government should step in and criminalize you for speech is when you are actively threatening someone's life. So let's take this incident as an example. Let's just say she, instead of just saying what she said, she actively starts threatening the child, she actively starts threatening people around her. That is the only point in this that speech should be criminalized, because this becomes an incredibly dangerous precedent and a weapon you're giving the government and saying, we want you to criminalize this speech here. Now, the bystander bit I want to talk about. Now, I can agree to a certain extent, like I already said earlier, from sharing the video, because she did say it online and she was in public, she should have thought about what she was saying, she shouldn't have been baited into this. But the bystander bait, which is another incredibly dangerous portion of this, is the initial incident happens, this person pulls out their phone, chases her down, baits her into saying what she said again. She should have known better. She shouldn't have said it the first time, but she should have known better not to say it on camera, because she should have known the consequences of that, of the social cues at most, but she shouldn't have said it in the first place. But here's where this becomes dangerous, because she was convicted within relations to the video. What we're saying is here, what you're saying when you agree with this is, if you get baited into saying something in an argument, because arguments can get heated, whether it's this argument or another type of argument here, and you say something that you don't mean, you speak in the moment, you're not thinking, you say something, but you're saying is you can be criminalized for that speech that you get baited into saying or repeating because you're just angry about what happened in the moment. That's an incredibly dangerous precedent to set here. Here's where I want to end, the shifting goalposts, like I've been talking about. What we're saying here is, what I'm saying here is, there is a difference between these different types of speeches and where the government should only step in when it comes to only purely violent speech when you're actively threatening somebody. Now, you might be still celebrating this. You might be saying, I'm glad she got convicted. I don't like what she said, and I can agree with you there. I don't like what she said. But what you're saying is the government should criminalize speech. And the government has the right to criminalize what we deem as hate speech. But because hate speech doesn't have a definition, because it doesn't truly exist, the people in power, the people that have the authority, get to decide what hate speech is. And those goalposts can shift. 6 months from now, you can be on the other end of that. You can go from celebrating this to being on the other side of this, being convicted because what you once said that was good has now been deemed hate speech. This is an incredibly slippery slope, if I can speak correctly, of giving the government more power than we should give it. Those are just my thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this. And until next time, guys, have fun and stay safe.